Hi, my name's Tim. I'm the Tinkering Turtle, and I've got a new tool. I've got a Bikehand bike stand. It goes up to 110 pounds. It raises your bike up from 40 inches to 59 inches, I think. Unfortunately, the box came a little damaged, so we're going to have to see when I get it opened if there was any damage or missing parts to the actual stand itself. Let's get to it. Okay, we're going to have to unpackage everything here. We got the tool stand, with nuts, a little magnet. Like a little instruction manual. Seeing anything that looks broke or damaged. I know one of the people on the Himiway Facebook group mentioned that theirs came with the teeth very far separated and they couldn't get them back together, so that was a problem. They ended up having to send it back. But it looks pretty straightforward. So according to the video on Amazon, you loosen this. Oh, there you go. Hold these down. And the clamp just clamps right back up. I loosen this tension clamp up here. I guess I can switch this around so you all can see it. Put that back in place. And then you can adjust this up and down. It's got a double clamp, so when you get it in position for the heavier bikes, you can put it and clamp both of these. It gives you extra retaining. And this rotates around. There it goes. Tightens right up. So let's get this set up on the floor and get a bike, and we'll show you how it fits in. Okay, I've adjusted my bike stand. I've got it up pretty high, and I plan on bringing my cruiser bike, putting the clamp down here on this crossbar, and putting that in the jaws of the stand itself. I opened up the clamp as far as I could. I've got this locked into position so it doesn't move. It seems really sturdy. I adjusted both of these release clamps and locked them back down so that everything's nice and solid. Now I'm going to lift the bike up, set it here. I do not have the battery in it because I didn't want the extra weight, but I still left my pannier bag on the back with all my tools and everything, so there's a little bit of weight there. So let's get this up on the stand. Okay, so I obviously didn't clamp this down enough, because as I put the weight on it, it slid forward. So I need to adjust the clamp on the post before I go any further. So this one here is the one that slid as I put it forward. So I'm going to loosen this up. I'm going to slide it back down. I'm going to tighten this up. Let's see if I can tighten this up. Now it's nice and locked down. It's all tightened. So hopefully that'll be enough as I put this up on the stand again. Here we go for my second attempt. And just swirl this down. Until it locks in place. Holds on pretty good. So now my bike is up. Now one thing they tell you to do once you get your bike up there is to loosen this till the clamp or those teeth open, and let the bike kind of naturally settle to where it wants to sit, so that there's not too much pressure, and then tighten it back up, tighten the handle. Now there's not too much weight on one leg or the other, and it just sits up nice and high. I can stand next to it, I can work on all kinds of different components. Pretty nice. Let's take a quick break. I'll get down my wife's step through and I'll show you how to clamp that one up too. Now since the step through has the bars coming down, I'm going to probably attach it right around in this area. So that means that the jaws that are currently horizontal, I want at an angle. So I'm going to make that adjustment now. Simply turn it till these teeth here open. And then I turn it at about a 45 where I want it. See, just turn that. And it locks those teeth in nice and hard. Pretty simple. Make sure this is open nice and wide. So when I put it up, because these things will still weigh with the pannier bag on here, I'm estimating this probably still weighs 70 pounds. Now I'm going to lift that up, put it in here, tighten that down and lock it in place. Another thing, being I'm lifting from a low point and this is tall, I think I'm going to lower this jaw down before I put that in. And to do that, you unhook these two clamps, slide that down, and then clamp these two back on. I think I'm going to tighten those up just a touch because they seem loose. And I just tighten these here a little bit. So now when I put them on, I have to close them with a little bit of effort. Okay, let's put the bike up in the stand. So I get it up in place. So I put on my bike stand here. Slide it up, clamp it down. Tighten it up real nice. Now that I've got it tightened here on the clamp, I'm going to come around to the other side. I'm going to loosen this up. Ooh. You see I'm very rear heavy here, so I got to be a little careful. I'll just lift it up, tighten that back down. So now I've got the bike clamped in, up off the ground. Now this spot, obviously the bike was rear heavy and it swung around. a better option would probably be the seat post. So let me raise up her seat post and clamp it to the seat post and show you how that's done. I'm going to say that's a little bit more tricky, especially with a bike this heavy, because you have to hold the bike while you tighten that down. So I'm not sure how that's going to work doing this by myself. But first I unclamp her seat post because it's all the way at the bottom, and I slide it up enough where the clamp can get on. And I pop loose the seat. And bring the bike down. I'm going to open up the release, and I'm going to bring this probably to the same angle as the seat post here, and then lock that back down. And what I plan on doing is kind of utilizing this part of the seat post as I set it in the clamp here, and setting this part of the seat post here on this surface here, just to make sure it gives me a little extra help. So let's try that. That wasn't too bad. Like I said, I set this down on this surface and I tightened it up. Now I'm going to crank this down to make sure it's good and tight. Then I'm going to come around to the back here and I'm going to loosen this up. Oops, it's got turned all the way around. And I'll loosen this up to release those jaws, kind of balance it out a little better. Now I've got the bike about 2 or 3 inches off the floor on the front wheel. It's nice and balanced on the stand, and it's held onto the seat post. So there's a couple different ways. Unfortunately, there's no good center point here like on the Cruiser for me to clamp to that gives you more of a balanced feel. So it's just kind of one of the drawbacks. You could pull the pannier bag off when you hook it to this bar, but I don't know that weight would be enough difference to make it go. But I have to say, it's a really solid stand. I'm pretty happy. This will be exciting to see upcoming videos where I can use this to show all the adjustments. I can just clamp it up in here to do the work while it's up off the ground. So that's pretty cool. If you have any questions about the stand, let me know. I would say that this is not a sponsored video. I was not given this. I used my Amazon affiliates earnings to purchase it, so it is my purchase. It's the only stand I've ever owned, so as long as it works, I'm going to be pretty happy with it. If you have any questions, the link to the Amazon listing is in the description. If you have any questions about how to find that or what the link is, let me know and I will get it to you. And I think that's it. So I will catch you later. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you haven't. Have a good day.